What is it like being married to a Jamaican? Hi, I'm Xavier Murphy, founder of Jamaicans.com. And today I talk to Ludovic, who is from France, and Melissa, who is from Jamaica, about their marriage journey. Welcome, Melissa. Welcome, Ludovic. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
So, tell us a little bit about your backgrounds. Yours in France, Ludovic, and yours in Melissa, and how you grew up.
All right. Who's do you want first? Do you want mine first or do you want Ludovic's first?
Anyone could go.
All right, let me go first. Okay. So I was born in St. Elizabeth, close to the just over the border of rural St. James, so I claim both parishes. I grew up in St. James, however, in rural, deep rural St. James, past Spring Mount and go up in the hills of Garlands and then Horse Guards and down all the way close to the border of St. Elizabeth. That's where I grew up. And I grew up there until my early teenage years. Then I moved to Kingston when I was about 13 to 14 years old. I went to the Mona High School to finish high school. So I claim St. James, St. Elizabeth, and Portmore, St. Catherine.
All right. A Portmore like myself. I grew up in
Yeah,
Edgewater.
really. I grew up in Bridgeport for the latter part of my teenage years.
Oh,
So
just
we're
across.
neighbors.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. And then I went to the University of Technology on a track and field scholarship. So I did do track and field for the University of Technology. And that's where I finish out most of my Jamaican life before I moved to France a few years later.
All right. We're gonna get into that part a little bit more. Ludovic, tell us about how you grew up and your background.
How I grew up? I grew up in France. From both of my parents were are French. So I grew up in a city that's called Avignon in the south of France. And I stayed there until I turned 18. About to go in university. I did track too. Started around 14, 15 years old. So then with the university, I starting to change places. I went to Marseille, south of France. I went in Grenoble, that is in the Alps. I went in USA too. So yeah, starting to move, and that's led me here.
All right. All right. So we're getting to the juicy part now. Tell us your love story. How did you both meet? The first date, and then I'll ask a question right after another question right after that. But give us the don't just tell her I met him here. I need the juicy parts of this now.
No, yeah, just to set up the things. How old I was 24, so I was still at the university at that time.
University where?
I was in university. I just finished USA and about to go back in France. And you were in university too. No, about to go
About
to
to.
UTEC. So
Mhm.
that's how it's setting up.
So
All right.
as you mentioned, he was in the USA at university finishing up, and he wanted to visit a Caribbean island, and Jamaica was one of his options to visit. And so he wanted to go to Jamaica, but he didn't really know anything about the country. And he went on a little research. And apparently, on Facebook where you have suggestions of people you may know on the side of the screen.
Yes.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I popped up on the side of his screen. And at the time, I had a track photo of myself on Facebook with the Jamaica flag. And he sent me just a random message on Facebook saying hi. I'm like, okay, who is this saying hi? And I ignored it for weeks. And he sent me another message a few weeks later. Hi. I'm like, okay, come on. What is this? And I,
Woo!
being the cheeky me that I am, I responded saying hi. So he sent me another message and said, "Hi, my name is so and so, and I would like to come to Jamaica. And I see that you're from Jamaica, and I just wanted to know, like, give me recommendations on where to visit in the country, where to go, and stuff like that." And I told him, "Don't worry, I'll be his tour guide." So
Wait.
that's how
So no mutual friends. No
no
just
mutual,
young.
no mutual, nothing.
What I think is the cookie, because I was doing research before, so University of Jamaica or track and field, so probably that's one of the reasons the things compare.
Okay,
But we have
okay.
no mutual
No mutual
All
friends,
right.
friend.
nothing in
So I
common.
interrupted. So I interrupted there. So now let's get into you respond and you say, I will be your tour guide. And were you being cheeky or were you being real?
Kind of, kind of both. But funny enough, growing up, you're on social media and you get message from random people just, trying to meet or have a conversation. And all the conversations I've had in the past, it just never seemed like it's going in the right direction. But there was just something about his genuine message, really just wanting to know about the country and where to visit. I'm like, okay, he's different.
Wow.
I the messages continued just getting to know the country on Facebook, and then we transferred the messages from Facebook to Skype. You remember Skype?
Yes, I do.
Skype, and then Skype turned into camera call, and we get to know each other more over Skype for a few weeks. And then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna come to Jamaica with my friend." So he was supposed to come to Jamaica, like 2 months into getting to know each other.
So
He
so I'm gonna stop you for a little minute. So did you start to feel anything, during these conversations, or and
absolutely,
Ludovic, did you feel
absolutely.
anything? Okay, okay.
Absolutely. The
Okay.
conversation just felt different. And then for me, I can speak on my end. The feeling starts coming in to the point where I know that, okay, this guy's mine. Okay. When you come to Jamaica, I'm claiming you. Point
So,
blank period.
so Ludovic, you started having feelings for her too once you started talking, or
No,
was that later?
no, similar. It's starting to go, speaking at first, like 5 minutes, and then 2, 3 days after, same thing, and slowly it's becoming like every day and every day, and then it's becoming like a little come back from work and okay, just going to because I was doing an internship at that time, so come back from say work internship and doing this little talking slowly, and talking with somebody like every day is just okay and yeah. So I won't say like from nothing, slowly it's going.
All right, all right. So I keep interrupting. It's just such an exciting, interesting story. Melissa, you all go ahead and finish. The meat and everything.
So he did book his ticket with his best friend to come to Jamaica. And I remember this like it was yesterday. He came to the Jamaica on his birthday on the 12th of August, and I was so looking forward to that day. He came to Jamaica, he booked a place to stay somewhere in halfway three, somewhere in half a tree, and he came to see me that exact night, and that was just the best meeting ever. He was supposed to stay in Jamaica just for a few days, and that when the few days came for him to leave, his friend returned and he didn't. So he ended up staying with me in Jamaica for a whole month instead of a few days, and that's just sealed everything and let me know that okay, this is it.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
So Ludovic, first date. Where did you take her? No, you're in Jamaica. I know you had to go on a date now. Where did you take her?
I will say she takes me more than because I remember I reached the first day, it was raining like crazy outside, and I wasn't supposed to meet her on that day. But like she said, come on, you have to come, and because I was in Kingston, so I took a cab, went there. So I meet her at her place for the first day. And yeah, so we see the other days, but we it was her that chose the
Yeah,
place. It
and
wasn't me that say, okay, I didn't know nothing about Jamaica, so I couldn't tell her nowhere to go.
but funny enough, those few days in Jamaica for me, most of it is right now in my brain is a blur. Sometimes he have to remind me that we went to this place, we went to this place, because many of those days were blurs. The only thing that stood out in my mind is we go us going to Devon House. That photo I sent you of our very first photo in the blue outfit. And
It's not Devon House.
of course it was Devon House, the
You were
blue.
in yellow?
No, the blue. The blue. That
Oh,
Chanel too.
but that wasn't the first picture.
No, that wasn't the first
Yeah.
date, but that picture is one of our first picture in my mind that I can remember.
The first one is you in yellow, me in the blue, and
You see, this is what I'm telling you. Everything is a blur in my head of
But
that
I can
trip.
tell you most of
Ludovic,
things that
Ludovic,
we did.
I've been married 31 years. Don't argue with the lady.
No, 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 no. You know what's the a favorite sentence is? That it becomes mine too? Happy wife, happy life. As I say, you're right. Happy wife, happy life.
But
So,
most of the Jamaica first few days is a blur in my head. We were all over the place. We went half a tree. We went so many places, but I cannot pinpoint to tell you where and when and how.
I can. I can.
you want to go? You want to add Ludovic?
No, 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 no.
You
Okay.
don't want to tell where did we go and you don't remember?
No, I
Well,
can say like I
Yeah,
don't
that's what
remember
she said.
the park. Like for example, so we went to your place the first day. Then the second day I was in downtown. You remember I was walking in downtown
Yes.
all
Yes.
morning.
Yes. You went downtown without me.
Yeah, without
Brave
you.
man. Can you imagine he walked downtown? From downtown, he walked to Hero Circle on his own, almost give me a heart attack.
wow.
So
Wow.
then we went Portmore and in for dinner we went to a restaurant, but I can't tell you exactly. It was in Kingston, but I can't tell you exactly what
I
was this
honestly don't
restaurant.
remember.
But I know we went there.
Uh-huh.
And then after the next day was when I changed the hotel.
Mhm.
So yeah, after is like you said, Devon House went to. I don't think we went Port Royal at that
We
time.
went to Hellshire, didn't we?
Oh, we went
Well,
so many times there. That's why we took so
yeah.
many pictures of Hellshire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, we're gonna dive into a little bit more about Jamaica later on. But let me ask this question: what would you say is your favorite thing, Melissa, about Ludovic? And then Ludovic, what would you say is your favorite thing about Melissa?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me keep blushing now because I have so many good things to say about this man.
I'm the one that can blush.
My a few of my favorite things. I have many favorite things about him, but a few of my favorite things is his calmness. He's the calmest human being you'll ever know. Nothing bothers him much, or if it does bothers him, he doesn't really talk about it or shows it. He's very calm. Um, he's very considerate, especially when it comes to his wife. He doesn't play about that. And he's very, very smart.
All right, all right, Mr.
Just
Ludovic.
name a few.
Well, the good thing about talking in second is I can think in the same time that you speak first. So, so I have things to say. No, I'm gonna say two things. Two things. One, the first things is she's very family oriented, and I mean, when I say family oriented, I'm talking about towards me and towards our kids. She's very like protective and she always put us in the center. We won't argue in public. If we have anything to say to each other, we just wait on everybody to go and we just talk to each other. Not often, but we do it in private. So that's one thing that I appreciate. And another thing I'm gonna say that this girl have a big heart. Like she genuinely want to help people. Sometimes it can trick her because she see the good things into people, while sometimes I have to say, or I'm seeing also the bad things, so I have to tell her careful that or that she don't really realize. But this girl have a big hurt. And just one fact, for example, uh, I think one day she was going to take the bus. She was at the bus stop and she saw a man in the opposite direction that was waiting the bus. It was raining and the other man didn't have no umbrella and she crossed the road just to give him an umbrella. So that's just saying one thing that
Oh,
she have a good heart.
oh. Well, cultural. Let's talk a little bit about cultural, cultural differences. How did it play a role in the relationship, and have there been any type of cultural misunderstandings that you all had to navigate and look back at it and say, yeah, this was interesting.
You wanna go first?
Yeah, I will go first this time. No, first I used to travel before to meet her. So I can say about me that I'm kind of culture aware. Like I am open mind. I am not surprised by other people culture. Like my best friend is from Cambodia. I've been in Africa, or I'm not surprised by other type of culture. But one things that Jamaicans, I would say, surprising me, but always give us a misunderstanding is how loud she is. Like she's talking to me, and I have to look at her and say, "Why are you mad at me? Or why are you shouting at me?" And I responded, "How long you married to Jamaican now? You're supposed to know we are loud." So that's one thing that can cause misunderstanding. And honestly, I don't know if one day I'll be able to fix it. But she's loud. And one of our kids is loud too. So we say that's the Jamaican inside you. Sorry.
Oh,
Do
uh,
you agree
That's true.
you agree with me?
That's
I
true.
so I'll say this, my children say me and my wife, we're both, Jamaican, born Jamaicans. They're Jamaican Americans. They say we're loud.
Yep. That's a fact. That's a
You
fact. I have to let them know I'm not mad. I'm just loud. I'm just passionate when I speak.
So Melissa, is there anything from the French side that, a cultural difference, maybe something that Ludovic did that you're like, this was interesting, for you from a cultural perspective?
Um, Honestly, I cannot really pinpoint anything
All right.
because like babe, I'm very open minded. I guess I've been like this ever since I was much younger. Where I try it's like I'm a chameleon. I fit into any space that I go in, even if it take me a while, but I fit in.
All right.
So nothing didn't really shock me or surprise me
Okay.
culturally.
So I'm gonna ask you, is there a French tradition that, once you got to France, you said, listen, I love this tradition, I totally enjoy it, and you have adapted it?
Yes, I must say I enjoy going to the bakery in French. We call it boulangerie. I enjoy going to the bakery and get me my baguettes on in the morning and in the afternoon, which is definitely a French tradition. It's my weakness. I'm obsessed with French pastry. So yes, that's a French tradition where, knock on wood, I always tell babe that when we get older, I look forward to us just going to the boulangerie in the morning together to pick up the bread and come and do it again in the evening. Yeah, for sure. For
So
sure.
Ludovic, Is there any Jamaican traditions or that you have learned that you absolutely embrace and love?
Um, I won't say that something hit me that I completely love, but I'm gonna say that there's different, like used to that I do now in my daily life, and I don't think I can change it. It's like, for example, in Europe, we because of the way our life with work activities is set, we used to have dinner around 8, 9 p.m. While in Jamaica, it's like 5, 6. If you invite somebody at Sunday dinner, they're gonna pop up at 1 p.m. Like you don't understand what's going on. I say dinner, not lunch. So that's one thing that now my friends tell me I eat at the chicken times. Chicken time, like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. And how do you do not to be hungry later? So that's something that is
You've
typically, I would
embraced.
say, Jamaican or North American to eat very early
Right,
that we don't
right.
do. And now we eat since 15 years, we eat 6, 7 p.m. 6 p.m. on Sunday. Yes.
So you actually, I think you knew what was coming next because my question, and I'm going to start with you, Ludovic, which is, what was your impression or reaction to Jamaican food when you went to Jamaica, and then what is your favorite Jamaican dish?
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a good one.
I love Jamaican food. I love Jamaican food. So that's wasn't difficult for me like to eat Jamaican. Um, pepper. Pepper is definitely not something that I will. So you have to do some. Well, at first, you have to do a plate specific for me that wasn't pepper. So yeah,
And now
yeah, it's just you that you add the pepper everywhere, but I am better. I am
So what's
better.
your favorite dish?
My favorite dish. No, there's so many. I like the ackee and saltfish, typical one. And
Okay.
let's say, for example, the last time we went in Jamaica in April, and first thing I took at the restaurant probably was oxtail. I like oxtail. Don't used to get oxtail in France, so yeah, I like oxtail.
and you like patty?
All right.
I like patty, but patty is more like a
Yeah,
snack.
yes, that's true.
That's fine. That's fine too. So Melissa, from the French side, what do you love?
Oh my gosh.
Granule.
No, no, not granouille. Not granouille at all. I'll never taste that one. I'm sorry. It's a French delicacy, but granouille I won't try. Granouille mean frog. I won't try.
Oh,
I definitely
You
won't
add,
try that one.
she adds snail.
But I must say, I tried snail and I like it.
listen,
So
I'm with you.
yes,
I
yes.
I will try. I will try. I've tried the snails in. Tried it in. I think it was in. I don't remember if it was France or if it was Austria or Switzerland. I've
Uh-huh.
tried that, but
Yeah.
I will never try frog.
I
No way.
cannot try frog. Why I can't try frog? I'm afraid of frog when it's alive, so I cannot find myself eating it when it's cooked. No, I can't. But I've tried snail and it's amazing. Every Christmas when I go to my mother-in-law, I look forward to that the most because wherever she does it or get it from, it always tastes really good. So I look forward to snail. I must say I'm not a big fan of French cheese, which is there's a huge variety. Give me my French wine all day. There is something in French, a dish in France called boeuf bourguignon. It's like stew beef, but it's really good. And there's another one that I like that my father-in-law always get it when I go visit my father-in-law. It's called gratin dauphinois is like potatoes with cream and it's really good. So those are some of the French things. that I really enjoy. And I wouldn't even start talking about the French pastry because it's so good. And it's my weakness, so I have to stay away from the bakery. And you can't get away from it. There's a bakery in every few meters on the French street. So, yeah.
So, Melissa, is there a French expression or slang that you find yourself absolutely embracing and love to use?
Yes, I must say. Uh,
Is it PG? First, let me ask, is it PG?
PG. It is PG. So I won't say that one. I don't even use it around my kids. But there are expressions like when the French speak, they say certain things. For example, there is one that I've been using quite often recently, and my husband had to correct me. And also, it's my accent and the way I say it. It means in English like it's okay, don't worry about it. It's like
Right.
you say in French, "T'inquiète pas," but I say like the French, like the English word "think" in patois would say "think," but in
Oh,
French the word is think, like TEN, but I say it like TIN. So when I'm saying it, I say tinket pa, but that's not the right way to say it. So even my colleagues at work, they love hearing me say it because it's my accent. And he laughs at me every time I say it because he just find it funny. So that's the French thing that I like to use.
all right.
And the other one I can't say because it's PG.
Okay. All right. Well, Ludovic, is there a Jamaican expression that you love to say? PG again.
Oh no, PG. No, because the CLAT at the end will be there. But I'm gonna say two PG3 so everybody can hear that. The first expression Jamaican, because I wasn't speaking no patois, no understanding, nothing. And she teach me two words. The first one was hush. I have to write what hush means. And one other expression that is the first one that I say it in public that was I'm if it tell you. So that's something that I like to say I'm if it tell you. And for like a English expression, because I always like to translate the French expression to English, but most of the time that doesn't mean nothing. So there's one is like hurly. I never remember, so I always say it wrong. It's like hurly cats get hurly fish or something like this. So I always mix it up. I can't tell you how is it correct. It's like hurly cats get hurly
It's
fish.
early bird catch the most worm.
Well, fish, early cats. So I always say, whenever I wake up early, I always say, early cats gets the early fish or the best fish.
That's a new one. That's a new one. We'll enjoy it. We'll enjoy it. So, you have been to Jamaica, Ludovic. Melissa, obviously, you all are living there in France right now. Melissa, is there an experience in Jamaica that you wanted Ludovic to have, and was he able to have it? Maybe there's a place you wanted him to visit. Maybe there's something that you wanted him to see, or it could be anything. Have you, done that during the time he has visited with you there, or is it something in the future?
Funny enough, it's when I met Babe that I really started visiting Jamaica. You know, as a Jamaican, you don't really visit the country until you leave the country and go back to the country. So since I met Babe, we've done so many spots. I finally went to Duns River Fall that I've never been. I went to what's the beach name in Portland side?
Frenchman call.
Frenchman Cove that I've never been, and I always wanted to take him to Hellshire, and that's a spot that we have to go to. It doesn't matter how long we're in Jamaica, how many times we go to Jamaica. Hellshire on the beach is a must because I'm obsessed with Fish and Festival. So that's a must. I have been to Blue Mountain and he's never been, and it's something that he always talk about. So hopefully on the next trip we can get to go and bring the kids.
She always said the same thing on the next trip. On the next trip. The last trip was in April. We didn't go. On the
It's
next
gonna come.
trip.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Next trip.
So
Next trip.
Ludovic,
Yeah.
question to you: is there, a French experience that you wanted Melissa to have, and or have you been able to do that?
Um, the first time she came in France, she reached France on the 14th of July. That is the National Day, like the 4th of July, or like the what,
It's like
the 8th,
independence.
the 8th of
Independent.
August.
What?
The 8th of August, I
6.
remember. The 6th of August, sorry.
Mhm.
So I bring her to all of these fireworks, and I was in Paris at the times, to the Eiffel Tower. So I always say that the first time she came here, I give her the
French
French
experience.
full
Mhm.
experience about a lot of things to do. So yeah, now we're just trying to travel to Europe. That's one thing that we want to do. But I think that bring her to the Eiffel
Okay.
Tower, bring her to Disneyland, to so many places. So no.
So you're living it. You're there and you're living it.
Yes, that's a fact.
But funny, where we live now, it's her choice more than my choice. Where we live in the south of France, along the beach. It's called the French Riviera. But that was her choice to go there. That wasn't even me that said, okay, let's go live here. You feel better or whatever because of the weather. She wanted to go. She made some research online and say, that's here I want to go.
It reminds me of home.
Okay. I've seen pictures of the Riviera. I've never been there.
Gorgeous.
So, oh
Absolutely beautiful.
I hear it is gorgeous. Yeah, I heard it's really gorgeous.
It is.
Um,
It is.
how have the families been? Again, there's a French family, there's a Jamaican family. How was this cultural merger played out with the families? Everybody, in terms of the embrace, enjoying the French and Jamaican food, or the Jamaican and French food, depending on where you are.
So I must say merging families were very easy. Um, my husband does have a sister of biracial like my kids, black and white. Um, so the family merging was easy. In the
Okay.
beginning, for me, emotionally it was hard because I didn't speak the language at all. Zero. So when you feel the bond, you feel the love, but you can't communicate it verbally. That
Mm,
was hard. I remember my first trip to France and I met my mother in law and I stayed with her for a few days. And to leave, when I was to leave, we both got teary eyed. It's like we wanted to say so much to each other, but we couldn't. But you always hear these horror story about in-laws, and you have the worst in-laws. I must say, I have the most amazing in-laws, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law. I have amazing in-laws. So merging the family was easy. The only sad part is that my in-laws cannot communicate with like my mom, for example, because no one else in my family on my side speak French. So
okay.
that still remains hard, even though the both mothers are friends on Facebook and they're liking each other photos and trying to talk to each other, but and they don't understand anything. And funny enough, our both moms have the same name. Both mothers name Valerie. Yes, so the
That
bond
was
is
a connection.
there.
That was a connection that linked you two on Facebook.
Maybe apparently, apparently, but I mean, merging the families were smooth.
Okay. All right. So, um, I didn't prepare you all for this, but I have a little game I like to play, and I love to see couples do this game. It's a pointing game. I'm going to ask about 5 questions, and you're going to point at the person who that question is relevant to. All right. So, If you guys are ready, here we go. Who spends the most money? Who is the better cook? Who is most likely to lose their phone? Who takes longer to get ready in the morning? Who is the better dancer?
Uh, uh,
Who is most likely to say, let's go on a spontaneous adventure? Who is the better driver? Who is who is the most needy?
Most needy.
you.
and the, and the last one, who is the social butterfly? Well, listen, guys, thank you for spending some time. I have what advice? Here's a question: what advice would you give to couples who are culturally different, probably from different countries, speak different languages? What would be that number one piece of advice each of you or both of you would give to couples navigating a relationship like this?
Um, my advice to couples that are in a relationship like ours is once you feel something for each other, let no one tell you otherwise or sway your decision from holding on to whatever you're feeling. Don't listen to the outside noise. Don't invite other people's opinion. And if the opinion is offered to you, you take it with a grain of salt, as we would say in Jamaica. Um, and if you end up married like us, leave in-laws and friends and everybody out of your marriage and just know that it's the both of you that is in it together and the both of you that is in it for the long haul. And just know that color doesn't mean anything really. It's what's inside and what you're feeling that matters the most.
All right, Mr. Ludovic, anything to add?
uh, yeah, I would just stay open mind. Um, if the person is different from you culturally, nobody is right. It's not because you used to do the thing that way since 20 years that you are right and the other one is wrong. So just be open mind, listen the other one, try to understand the little things, like if something is different or why do the person saying like this, the other point of view, just yeah, be open, listen a lot and enjoy. Just everybody's beautiful people. So
Awesome, awesome advice. So here's how I'm going to end it. You're in France. I'm sure you pick up a little French there. You know, what's the informal way that you would say bye to your friends in France? Melissa, I'm picking on Melissa first. I'm coming to you, Ludovic. I'm coming to you in a minute.
So there's a few ways to say bye to your friends in French. I mean, the broad way would just say au revoir.
Right.
The other way, like my colleagues, if I'm leaving work and I know I'm gonna see them tomorrow, I said à demain. Um, and always say bisous at the end. It's an informal and it's someone who you associate yourself with. But that's it,
So
really.
avoir is a formal, and what was help me with the other one is
Another informal, if you're gonna see the person tomorrow, you can say à demain. It's like at
aduma.
tomorrow, see you tomorrow.
Aduma.
Wait.
All right. All right. So now, Ludovic, you've been around this Jamaican lady here now. So
mhm.
you must have picked up on what she says to her Jamaican friends when she ends a conversation. So I need to hear you tell me what you hear Jamaicans use to say
Well,
goodbye.
to be honest with you, whenever she finished the conversation, I don't know if it's Jamaican thing. Sometimes you don't even realize she finished the conversation. just like they hang up, like, okay, bye. And not even saying bye, like,
The
all
little
right, later, later, all right, later,
Later. Yeah,
later,
little more.
later.
Later.
Yeah,
Later.
later for us, later mean you're gonna speak again to the person soon. Later for you, for her mean later 2 months, 3 months, a month. Later. This is, yeah, this is cold for me. This is very cold. So you talking, okay, later.
Well, listen, guys. Thank you again. We will end it with, with the Jamaicans. Little more.
more. Oh, you forget that one.